raw string, year, build, bedroom, file, or integer, spare food, and price of double. Okay, include an overloaded constructor for house and apartment with all 7 parameters. Okay, include overloaded constructor for house and apartment with all 7 overloaded constructor. Okay, the overloaded constructor for house with 6 parameters, where a default value of 1 is provided for gas capacity. The overloaded default value of no. Okay, a display info method that displays summary information for each subclass. Display info method, so we available somewhere here. Display summary information for each subclass. The Windows application designs GUI that will capture information for a house object or an apartment object using text boxes. GUI should have text boxes to enter the user data for each house or apartment object.
I'll show you what I have. Yeah, I'll show you what I've got here. That's how
you're saying house or an apartment. Okay.
Yeah.
I have 2 list boxes, one to display the address of each house object and one to display the apartment object. Addresses of house. Store each house or apartment in a list. Display address of each house object in a list box. Display address of each apartment object in a list box. Allow the user to display summary information about each house or apartment object in the array list via message boxes. Allow the user to display summary information. Okay. Okay, very good. The text box is also good.
I think, what did I do on that? I think I've already provided for that.
That's very simple. That's
yeah,
fine.
I know. I was like, that was a give me for 10 points.
Yeah. List boxes are okay, fine. Did he ask that? Did he said that the GUI should look something like this?
He didn't say.
Okay. Summary info. Because you are using 2 tabs, he has not mentioned anywhere about the summary info.
Well, he said something about that somewhere in there.
Oh, display info method displays summary information for each subclass. That's fine.
Okay.
What are these instructions?
That will be if I put any instructions, it'll be on there.
Oh, manual type of thing?
Yeah.
Help?
Yeah, like a help.
Help goes on top. Always.
Where would you put help up here? In a form?
Menu item, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fine, that's fine. So your thing says that property ID. Okay, we have property ID, property address, square footage, bedrooms, year built, price. Apart from that, if it is a house, we should have something called as garage capacity. Why should this be a drop down? Okay, fine.
That was what he wanted.
Apartment, it should be whether furnished or not. Okay.
Yeah, those were the 2 easy 5-pointers.
Right. So when you run this, can we run this?
Don't think so. Okay, yeah, I got the.
Let's put void. We'll see later on what it needs to be. Okay. When I say house, when I say apartment, Okay, this works fine, but when I say house, only these garages should display.
True.
This should be
Yeah, I didn't have.
on the display.
I didn't write that up. I because I put that in a group.
Uh-huh.
Did that make those individual buttons go flip flopping?
Yeah, because you put them in the group. It works
Ah,
like this.
okay. Because when I first put it there, it didn't do that, and I was like, "How do you get it to do that?" Okay.
That those need not be in group also, but group directly does that for you.
Okay.
Otherwise, what you need to do is there will be some property for this group, wherein for these two radio buttons you need to specify the same value. That's how they get set up.
Okay.
I don't know where it is. Probably tagged. Fine. Anyway, that's fine. Okay. Where is our dwelling property? Right.
I love to do everything with the getting set.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. I'm just finally trying to understand what exactly we require. So here is there that we need to create a class of dwelling property and inherit. Man, this is an interface, he said, right? Somewhere. Dwelling property is an abstract class. So what's an abstract class? What we discussed on the day?
It doesn't instantiate.
Yeah, it doesn't have any implementation.
Right.
So okay. So if that is an abstract class, we'll be having. Do we need to have a method? But he has not specified what methods do we need.
The display method is all that he
Display info. Yeah, we can say display info in this, which will make it abstract. When we make it abstract, it means that we need to implement that display info in this class and this class, which solves our purpose. Okay, fine.
I was thinking that, but I didn't. I'm waiting to see how you do that because I don't.
That's fine.
Not fully understanding that.
What does this mean?
I don't know. I just said it was something for the moment.
And why do we need this protected? Okay, protected is the one wherein you can access this particular property in the subclass also.
Yeah. So since it's being passed, these aren't being passed down to the.
Right.
So then it should be in private. I know it's not supposed to be public. I was.
Yeah, it will not be public. Never. Why didn't this throw the error? It's not part of solution. It's part of solution. House. Okay. What is this meaning? Do you have any specific meaning?
I don't have a specific meaning.
Integer builder is equal to 0. Make it double. What else? Property ID, property address. Rotate string, square footage you already have, bedrooms you already have, year build you already have, and price. Price is double, right?
Yes.
So did you get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Okay, you got all 6. Double price. After that, string property address. Okay, you got that done. Set accessors. Yeah, fine. That's already done. Properties. But I really don't think we need this one. If required, then we will think what all we need to give. So we need to create an abstract class. What is that method name? Display info. What parameters it takes? What happened to this? String. Display info is always it returns something as string. Okay, fine. Does it need any parameters? Whenever you say to display info, what all you need to pass is a property ID, right? Whenever you display info of a apartment or house, generally what we need is a property ID. So based on the property ID, we can find out the information. So here what I do is, hey, property ID, why is it string here? It's an int, right?
Yeah, are these doubling up? Do you have 2 of these?
No.
No. Oh, those are the
properties.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Okay. No, let me build this and see if it says anything. Dwelling property member names cannot be the same as their enclosing tag. What does it mean? I don't know. What does it mean?
I don't know. I've gotten that message before. I didn't understand it.
When we are declaring properties in this particular fashion, we really don't require this. Okay.
This is the auto.
Right.
Okay.
Compressed format of declaring properties. If we require any expansion, then we can do the expansion.
Right, right.
Okay, but as of now, let this be here. We'll see how we can work out with them. Okay. Now, house. This is the constructor for house, and this inherits. What is that?
Dwelling.
Dwelling property.
Yeah.
If you try to build it, it will throw up an error saying that this is fine. Did you declare any other class? House does not implement inherited abstract member dwelling property display info. So here we will write is public string click override display info. Okay, that's what it says. This makes okay. House is by default, and he asks us to write a overloaded constructor which takes all the
Properties.
7 parameters.
Yeah.
Int property ID, comma, property address. After that, square footage. After that, bedrooms, year built. After that, price. After that, garage capacity. Garage capacity is 8. Okay, this is one constructor. He wants one more constructor which doesn't have garage capacity, overloaded. Okay, in this is written an object of type house. Okay, fine, we'll look into that later on. This is one class. Implementation part, yes, we will look into it later on. We need to do the same class for apartment also. Public class apartment inheritance dwelling property apartment almost it says the same parameters. Instead of garage capacity, furnished is boolean, right?
Actually, he wants a string. He wants a yes and no in a string. I don't know why.
Yeah, but did he mention somewhere as string?
I think so. Maybe on the other side.
No, that's fine. Okay, furnished is a string. Not required.
Yeah.
We'll make it a string. So this is one. We should have an overloaded one without this furnished. And this will contain property furnished. String furnished if furnished is not passed, then furnished is equal to no furnished of what? Not only this, what about the others? Like others like property ID. Where is my property here? Oh. What particular the mess public. Why this property ID is here? Oh, because that is you made the mess. Oh no. Int property ID, where are we getting this from? Oh, because even private they will get accessed. Yes. Let's just comment them. Oh, okay. Property ID is coming from there. Fine. That's right. Property ID is equal to property ID. This property ID.
Okay.
Why an error here? Oh, we took property as a string here. This is it. That's why that error. Okay. So like that you need to set up all the other things. Oops. So these are all properties and they are all those properties. Property address is equal to property address square footage is equal to square footage bedrooms is equal to bedrooms after that what? Year built.
Price.
Built. Price is equal to price what next? That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is only the extra thing. But this same should repeat above also. Right. So instead of repeating what I would say is instead of doing it here, you can call the base method. Base method of house. Let us see. No, dwelling property. Where is my dwelling property? Here. we need to do something tricky here. But anyway, for now what we will do is we'll extract a method so that we can call the same method there also. Hello.
Hey, you okay? Get your migraine? Okay.
We'll say create property. Okay. Call the same thing here. Furnished is equal to furnished. Got that?
Basically,
So,
just created
right.
a method so that you didn't have to do the same thing twice.
Right. So instead of that, we can create this particular method in a dwelling property directly and call it. We'll look into it later on how to work out that. But this is the thing. Okay. So in apartment class, we are able to create that. If you, yeah, like if this particular create property, if you would have created in the dwelling property, I can call the same create property in my houses also. Like this.
Oh, you're putting it up. You're putting it in the dwelling property so you can pass it down. Okay.
So here I will say create property, and here I'll say garage capacity. Why is it not coming here? Oh, okay, it should be a new property created here, right? Like this. So, what is
The spelling.
Yeah, how do you spell it?
Garage.
Okay. Okay. It's a garage capacity. Garage capacity is equal to garage capacity. This works. Same thing we'll do here. Instead of garage capacity here, we will make it 1. That's what is requirement, right? Yeah, of course.
Was it? Yeah, it was.
Yeah. If it is not there, then it will be 1.
Yeah.
By default, the value is 1. Okay. Yeah. So if it is not passing that particular garage capacity, we'll make it as 1. So for time being, what we will do is we'll get this create property from here and put it in this, so that our program will compile. Number. Okay. Into string. What happened? Garage capacity is a string. Oh, why should this be string? Int. Fine. Okay. Apartment does not implement the display info. So we should say what to do in the other class. This will clear up our build. This is that will be very much useful for your documentation.
Right.
Okay. Did he tell about this thing?
Actually, I used it the other day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can use it.
Yeah.
You need to explain what each and everything does. Fine. Now, where are we now? Right. So the objective is you enter a property, and when you click save, what should happen is a property of type house or apartment should get created. Yeah. Okay. House gets created in an object. So here what we'll do is house h is equal to new house. Those built-in things, whatever. Okay. We'll create a house. It means that my h has h dot. Now I'll need to take an array list. First of all, it should be global.
Right.
Okay, array list is
With the
not
collection.
there. So we should use that system dot collections. Okay. List. Create the array list here. So whenever the form opens up, where is the form load? We didn't have the form load, so click somewhere here. What is the name of the array list we took? Private array list. Name of the array list. Properties, not properties. Dwelling properties.
Dwelling properties. Double simmer.
Okay. So what we'll do is on load. Where is my unload again? Where did it go? Where is the tab property data click? Oh, okay. Now I'll go to the form here directly.
Okay.
Where is my form? BTN. Yeah, this is my form. I'll say load. But on form load, I need to do something. Dwelling properties is equal to new array list. That's it. Okay. Now what I will be doing is here I've created my house and house. Instead of simply saying head, we will say house. Because that's where you may lose marks if you don't. Okay, that's how we are keeping on adding houses.
Okay.
No, again here you need to check whether that particular radio button is house or apartment. If what is that?
Yeah, that's.
By default, which one is selected here?
I haven't said it yet.
Then make it set. Reason being, if you don't do that, then you should be checking both. Whether is house clicked? No. Then is apartment clicked? Yes or no. So we'll check this equal to, we'll make house as true.
Okay.
Okay. So now when I come here, what is the name of the RDO house? Okay. If RDO house dot checked is equal to true, then do this. Else That's a APT. Okay. This is how I'm adding to my dwelling properties, whether it's an apartment or house. Okay. Now what we need to do is pass those values here. For example, house.
Let me have you go back for a second.
Yeah.
What is... I understand. Let's see. No, I don't understand. What is...
I'm
House
creating
is-
an object of type house.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not yet full here.
Okay.
Let me put the parameters.
Okay.
Then we will get a clear picture.
That's okay.
So what here we need to do is, I'll be calling what? Which method we need to call here. That is important here. So based on the values which we get, for example, let's assume that I'm going to call this. So now, what is my property ID? I need to figure out my property ID from my design. What's the name of your TXT property ID? Okay. Property ID dot text. What is the first parameter? It is int. Okay. Okay. I'll give the property ID. I will set the property address. TXT address. That's anyway string, so no issues. After that, square footage, double. TXT square footage. Text. Double dot pass. So we are converting all of them.
Alright.
Comma, the next one is bedrooms. TXT bedrooms. Text. Dot pass. Comma, year build. TXT year build dot text. Pass. Comma, double price. Okay. Oops. Price. You have one more garage capacity. If garage capacity is provided, then we need to enter, otherwise need not. So this is how you are creating the initial house. If txt, where is the garage capacity? Oh, that's drop down, right? CB
Yeah.
capacity text. If it is equal to blank, call this, else comma this is int, right? Okay. that's how the house object gets created and gets added. Let me build it and see what happens. Okay, cool. What we will do is put a breakpoint here and run it. Property is int, right? And okay, by default house, something else. Year built is 295, square footage is 245, bedrooms is 1. You need to do all the validations. Price is 454. Also I said. Came to the house, is house checked? Yes, it is true. Now it comes to here, it is checking whether this particular text box is checked or not. So it is not checked. Okay, it is blank, so it comes here. So here what it is trying to do is it is trying to create a house object. Okay, house object dot created. House object contains, these are all the things. And garage capacity is 1 by default. And we are adding that to my dwelling properties. Got added. I think once you click save and it got added, you need to clear up all these things.
All right.
Okay, so that's how we have added house here. Yeah. Now we need to work out on the apartment. It's also the same concept. Almost it will be same. Furniture, no. What is that? Did you put a drop down there? Did he ask a drop down? I don't prefer drop down for that.
I don't know.
I prefer checkbox.
Somebody asked.
Drop down combo box.
I don't know why I asked that. First 5 points, I'll do it.
Furnished, yes or no text. I don't like this name. Simply say CBO is furnished.
Okay.
I want you to change all those.
Okay.
Apartment. Okay, and this is a CPU furnished. Okay. This is a string, right?
Yep.
What? Oh. Yeah, in uppercase, yeah, in uppercase. This is string. Okay. That's it. So my apartment is also ready. Okay. Now I keep on adding into my this thing. Fine. When I go to summary info, oh, do I need to differentiate between apartments and houses?
You're supposed to list that, I think, in there. Yeah.
Do I need to differentiate it? That's my question. Okay. Have text boxes enter data for each house or apartment object. Have 2 list boxes, one to display the address of each house object and one to display the address of each apartment object. Fine, very good. Now, point is, how do you differentiate whether it's a house or an apartment? We are adding everything into the array list, dwelling properties. So from dwelling properties, how do you identify whether it's a house or an apartment?
I don't know. I was going. the way I set the simple way I did that was put the radio button on there.
Where?
That was the.
That's true. But where are you capturing this?
We're not yet.
We're not capturing it.
Not
Anyway.
yet.
So if it is based on the radio button selected, you are taking whether it's a house object or apartment object, and you are directly saving them into dwelling properties. So after some time, dwelling properties will be having 5 or 10 objects.
Right.
So in that we have house objects and apartment objects. So how do we differentiate between house object and apartment object? That's the question. That's fine. That's simple. You can get that done, but I'm looking at a good way to do that. Yeah, I think we can take a type of, let me see. After we add message box show is no. Get that. Understand what I'm trying to do here? Sorry. What? Come on, build, run. You don't have initially, it should be placed here. Let it go and create. That's fine. Now dwelling properties has that particular value. Now go to this particular thing. Watch. Get type. It says it is house. Start to string. This is a house. Otherwise, it will be something else, apartment. So I'll use that.
Okay.
It says it's a house. Done. So based on, I'll differentiate based on that get type. I'll differentiate and add them into my these list boxes. Okay. So what I need to do is when I click this particular tab, what's the event? Summary info click. I don't know.
That's it.
Okay, fine. What are those two list boxes? LBO. Oh, that is okay. Items. Add. What do you need to add only addresses, right? You need to add addresses.
Is it?
Yeah, it should display only addresses, right?
I'm looking.
It should display addresses.
Okay.
Fine. DE. So, where is my array list? Dwelling properties.
Okay, yeah, the list boxes should display the address, and the address is something that you can click on.
I'll say AL underscore dwelling properties. So when I change AL here, I need to change it at all locations. So for that, I have something called as rename all dwelling properties with AL dwelling properties, or you can preview it. If you click this, it automatically replaces everything. But if you click this, one by one, it will show you. I don't think we need to do that. So it got replaced everywhere. So now what I do is if air dwelling properties dot count is greater than 0, then do something. For each building property PP in Allen fertile properties, do something. Okay. If PP dot get type dot to type dot to string is equal to house. Okay. Then add db dot property address. Else, I will record this because I'm using only one line. This is apartment addresses, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Okay. Look at it. Good. No issues. 1K. Save it. Go ahead, buddy. I don't want you here. What? Input string was not in a correct format. What does it require here? Okay, we are creating house. We have created many houses till now. We didn't face any issue. If it would have been an apartment, then I would have agreed that. Oh, okay. Maybe the inputs, whatever I have given, is not right. Here built 4 digits, square foot, fine, bedrooms 1, is 45. Okay. Some input thing. 2 bedrooms, 2, price 234. So then it says it's a house. Fine, very good. I'll create an apartment. 3. That's fine. Now you should do something, buddy. Oh, okay, maybe it got saved. Because there we didn't put any this thing, any message, but we have not put there. So, fine. Now we will get into summary info and see what it lists out there. Oh no, it didn't do anything. Let's see. Have we really put it in the right location? Is what which we need to, which we are interested in right now. See, that event is not caught. So you identify that correct event there. Because there only tab summary info. Yeah, where is this tab? Click. Yeah. Yeah, when I say tab summary info, click, it should come here somehow. We have done this in our previous project also, right?
Mm-hmm. Something similar.
Yeah, so what was that? I don't know what's happening here. Again, we need to input the data. Yeah, this works here. This works, but here also it works. Okay, so what you need to do is, here we will be having something. I'll tell you. And watch. We will know the name of the tab which is clicked. See, tab pages there are two. We know that. Text is blank. Okay. Yeah, selected index is 0. Okay. Currently the select. Okay. For this one, the select index is 0. I'll click the summary info, and we'll see now what the select index is. This one. So that identifies. But at the same time, there should be something called selected text or something like that, which will be a straightforward one. Yeah, select a tab. Dot. Do you have something called text, or do you see? Yeah, summary info. This is what we exactly need. So this is the property. So here what we will do is, if so and so is equal to, yeah, what's that value? Yeah, we can get it from here. Where did you write that? Summary info. Where did you write that? Okay, in connection. Yeah. First, we should be very sure on what we are writing here. Otherwise, it will not identify.
Right.
If it is summary info, then only you do whatever you like. I don't know where to put this part. Okay, got that. It is summary info. Or straightforward way is index.
Right.
Like you need not worry about what this summary info is or whatever. Dot selected index is equal to 1. That's it. Nothing more to do. Okay. Here also, this is also a bad way, but the other way is you can put them in enum. Take an enumerator and say house has 0 and apartment has 1, or vice versa, whatever you like. So you simply say enum dot house, enum dot something else. You can do that in, you can do those extra things in your final project.
Right.
Because this is about 200 points, right?
Yeah.
So you can use them here. Right. So now what? This is for the house. Okay, we have displayed it for the both, right? Okay, now let us run. This is the hard part here. Keeping on entering these values. 1. Property address 1. 1991. Square footage 1. Bedrooms 1. Price 1000. Square footage 10,000. Okay, I'll go something like this. I will say house. Okay, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay. 3. Oh, I didn't change this, huh? That will be a trouble for us now. You know why? We have two addresses as same.
Oh, okay.
That will be a trouble for us. Okay, fine. Oh, yeah, this unit again valid. It keeps on adding. Yeah, see. How does address 1? I have not changed it. But these should be unique here to have this display.
Right.
And house address 3, if I keep on adding, this save should not display here. See, when you're clicking save, the data available here is being saved, which is not visible here. Oh, why this came in here so many times? Oh, okay. When I'm moving backward and forward, it's keeping on adding them. The same issue which we faced on that day.
Right.
So further, what we need to do is, when I open up this particular thing, I need to clear up these two. Dot clear apartments. So that's fine. Okay. One more thing we need to worry about is whenever you are clicking save somewhere, where are we saving it? Here. You can remove this. Yeah. Before adding, you need to check if that house address and property ID should be unique. So for that, what we need to do? Okay, we can write one method. Right, the method name is duplicate. We will pass house. We will pass. It should be type. Okay, fine. So for this, what we need to do is, I will say, generate sub method. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Do this. If not is duplicate, then add. That's it. Done. Okay. What happened? Should this be inside? Okay. Put it inside. Okay. Fine. So now we will generate this particular method. This method, generate method sub, will duplicate. I'll not take house here. I'll take dwelling property. Because I want to use the same method for apartment also. When I do for my apartment here.
Okay.
Is duplicate. Okay. So in this particular is duplicate, I need to return whether it's duplicate or not. So we are identifying duplicate based on property ID and address. Right. If for each building property DW in KL building properties, if DW dot property ID is equal to we will not say house. say D property. Property dot property ID. That is one thing. So what is our condition here? Property ID should be unique and or.
And what?
Should I use an AND operation or operation?
Oh, you need
So like, see, we said that property ID should be unique and
you need an and.
address also should be unique. So now, should I use an AND or? That's a major point here. Reason being, property ID, yes, property ID should be unique.
Oh, I guess that's right. I had to go back and change that. That was something that changed on the last program. Somehow we got some of that logic, or I did. I had to go back and check that, but yeah. Okay.
No, that's what I'm saying. See, if you give the same property ID for apartment or home, it will reject. Yes, of course, that's good. And at the same time, if you have the same address for the apartment and home, it will reject.
Right.
Okay. So, do you need AND or OR?
You need OR.
You need OR.
Yes. Sorry.
No, you're right. You need OR. Or dw dot property address is equal to d property dot address. If this is equal or that is equal, then return false. Else return done. So we're checking here whether it's duplicate or not.
Right.
Okay. If duplicate apartment, else message box dot show duplicate what property.
Yeah,
Same case in the other thing also. Okay. Well, it was simple, but we are keeping on writing code. Let us see whether this particular thing works correctly or not. I'll say 1, I'll say address 1, here built 1991, square foot 1000, bedrooms 1, price 10,000. I'll simply say. Here duplicate property in the first instance. It's I don't know why. Let's see. Right here. Let's see what is it doing exactly. So it has created the house project, then it is getting in and searching. Oh, our this thing was wrong. There is no duplicate, but it is returning true. It should return false here, and here true.
Because you have not duplicate.
If the duplicate is there, return true. If it's no duplicate, return false.
Okay.
Okay. Now it should work. Property ID 1, property address 11 space 11, year built 1111, square foot 1111, bedrooms 1, price 111111. I don't want you. You will go ahead. I know. You need to clear up all this. Property ID 2 is a duplicate property. Very good. I'll change my property address as 222. Still, it should give me a duplicate property. No, why? It should add. I'll make it 333. Now it should give me duplicate. This property is already there.
Okay.
I'll make it 3, no, 4. I'll make it into apartment. Now what? It will still give me duplicate because my property address is same. Oh, this property address didn't get added. Okay, fine. I'll make it 5, 5, and this is my existing address. It says duplicate.
Okay.
Okay, got saved. Now get into summary info. So these are all the addresses which you have specified. Now click on one of these addresses, whatever you like, and click on this particular thing which should display you in a message box. Something.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine. So when you come to here, display selected house info. Fine. How you need that? Display summary information of for each subclasses. Okay. What should that info contain?
I thought it contained everything.
Allow user to display summary information about each house or apartment object in the array list via a message box. Like what information? Okay, fine. We'll generate how it should look. Fine. We'll click display house, list box object apartment addresses dot text. Okay. Each dwelling property DL in array list dwelling properties if dw dot shit. Oh, I said DL. DL dot property address is equal to the selected property, then do something and break it. Okay. Now what you need to do?
Want to create a message box?
You need to just create a message box.
Yep.
Now instead of creating a message box, what I'll do is I'll create a string message. Message is equal to something. Message box dot show message. Okay. Now we need to figure out what you need in the message. Why? Unassigned. That's a bloody string. Okay. Yep. How you want this? Property ID. Come on, man. Property. What do I have? Property ID is DL dot. How do I write this?
Yeah.
Property ID to levels. Oh. Slash n, a new character, plus what? Here I'll say slash t tab, a tab character. Yeah. First of all, let me see whether this really works or not. Then we can think about going further. I don't like this. So I need to keep on enter things. Oops. How come? Okay. Message is go to blank for each dwelling property address. So what I have selected is, wow, how come? What? It says it doesn't have any items. Items count is 0. How come? Selected items is also, I don't know, this didn't get loaded. Yeah, why this didn't get loaded?
Was it loaded and we just didn't select it?
Now we have selected it.
Yeah.
No, we have selected it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we said apartment. It should be house, right? It should be house. Ups. Okay, maybe the other way. The n goes the other way. Fine. Slash goes the other way. I don't mind. But anyway, this works. This is for house first of all. Then it comes to the other thing. Okay. Property ID. What else?
Property address.
Hey, wait. What are we doing here? I should say dl dot display info. That should do my task. Right. What is the display info? Return type is a string. So was dot show. That's it, done. I need to write it in my display info, whatever I like to. Did you get that? This is my display info.
Right.
In dwelling property, but I need to write it in my each and everything here. Okay. Here we are passing property ID. This is really not required. Where is it? Here. Oh. D1. What is D1? Is the dwelling property or your house or apartment property that you are directly calling display info. So here what you need to do is string message to do something. Right. Now we need to write. Did I remove? Oh, I removed everything from here. Fine. Property ID. Property ID. New line. Huh? What next? Property address. Property address. What next? Square footage. What next? Rooms. Just you are trying to stylize our output. Here build. Bus. Last thing we have is that's it. Build square foot, something like this. So this particular, okay, I have written message over. This part is done. Same thing we will write in for apartment. This. So here instead of garage capacity, we'll write furnished. That's it. What happened? Dwelling property doesn't have house, so it is plain for. Oh, okay. We don't need property ID, that's why it's showing an error. Apartment also the same case. Don't need the property ID here. Okay, one. See this method on that. I'll save a house, then I'll save an apartment. Go to summary info and say display. Go ahead, buddy. Okay, looks somewhat good. So like, because this is a little bit lesser, so maybe you need to do double taps.
Yeah,
Otherwise, that's fine.
that's minor issue.
Yep. Okay. What? Didn't we? Oh, okay. Okay, fine. Should be. No. This particular part. In fact, the whole part can submitted can be created.
Because it's exactly the same.
Right.
Well,
Exactly the same. Other than this particular thing, that will be passed as a parameter. Should not be a problem. What should be the name of the method? Get property. Oops, it's not taking any parameter. So the property details. Got it? I'm passing that particular thing. So that is for apartment. Where is it for house? Oh, here. I'll try to see what happens here now. Okay. Cool.
what's the second?
I don't know. Could be some message box somewhere popping up.
Okay.
Mm. I don't see. Do you know how to catch that? I'll show you.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. Pause it.
Oh, okay.
Because we are not doing anything here. By the way, what are we doing with this message? I'm not doing anything with that message there. Because we put everything in display info. Uh, Here we have that message. So here we will put double tab. What else? Garage capacity defined. Maybe in number of bedrooms also we should put a double tab. Double tab, so that they'll get perfectly arranged. Okay. That is what else? No instructions here.
Yeah, we can revert. I know how to do that. What about the we didn't really test that. I guess that works.
Yeah, of course it works. Actually, this is for this contains what? Numbers, right?
I wondered if that was.
No, this is not required. What the default? Okay, we don't put any default, blank. Okay, by default is blank. Redefined. Any issue?
I guess not.
Oh, that's fine. How do I get back to blank again? Fine, out of scope right now. We don't worry about that. And user does something like this. What happens? Garage capacity cannot be more than 5. That's what is that our understanding?
Yeah.
Where did it? Yeah, 0.
0 to 5.
Oh, you said 0 to 5? Yeah. Put 0 to 5 in there. Put 0 also in this then. And this should be read only. What value? What top down style? I think top down list. Yep.
Okay.
Same thing for this also. And for only these many digits, only one digit, you need not have such a big drop down. For yes or no also, you need not have such a big one. Is furnished. That's it. Remove this and simply say is furnished, and you can reduce the size. Garage capacity, not for houses, just garage capacity. Reduce the size.
Okay.
Instructions, like what will you do actually?
I don't know really. It's not that important since you're basically just going between 2 tabs.
Yeah, instructions is not
No,
mandatory here, right?
It's not mandatory.
In the final application.
In the final application,
he asks us to write a manual.
Yeah,
it will be a Word document.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's it.
I was
with all the screenshots saying what each and everything does. But there's a lot of work you need to do in this. Like you need to validate each and every field.
Right.
Here it says property ID, proprietors, and furnished are all strings. What's the length of strings? Okay, because we are nowhere currently worried about the database. Need not worry. Year built, bedrooms, and garage capacity are integers. So here you should validate it for something.
Right.
And year. When I say year, it should take not more than 4 characters.
Right.
So the third validation you have to do. After that, square footage. Not square footage. Bedrooms. Make sure, I don't know. There could be even places where the bedrooms would be more than 100. For example, White House. After that, the other thing is garage capacity. Yeah, garage capacity, you are already limiting it.
Right.
So need not validate here. So that's the advantage of using a drop down. and the advantage of using text box. Disadvantage of text box.
Yeah.
So we are not allowing user to enter anything. Now here we are giving an option for the user to enter. So he can enter what all nonsense. So to make sure that he will not enter what all nonsense, you need to do all the types of validations.
Right.
You need to limit the number of characters. You need to check whether whatever he has entered is really a number or not. All those nonsense things. Otherwise, best thing. Okay. And the square footage, price, you need to check those are also only numbers or doubles. Those things you need to take care. So what else? What else? Are we missing anything? Go through it once again. Go through that once again and see if we are missing anything. Let us also go through the code and see what's happening actually. We thought of moving this particular create property into the main.
Oh, really?
We thought of doing that. We cannot move it, I think, because no, we cannot move it. But anyway, we had only one problem. We have made one method here, so that's fine. Good. These variables are not required here. What's up? And you put all those commenting.
Yeah.
So that you may get some additional points. What is this? Program.c. Where did you get this from? Do you generally get it? Okay, fine. These are the two classes we had create property. Oh, okay. We thought of putting this create property in a single location because it's displaying at both locations, even display info. Not display info like we are overriding it anyway. So then the tabs setup. So that's the disadvantage. If you have same repeating methods, repeating code. Because this is repeating, I need to do the same modifications at both locations.
Right.
But if it was the same method, do it at one location and it gets reflected wherever you call it. So that's the advantage. Public. What? Camtasia is gone. Is it running?
It is.
Okay.
That's how why it's
Okay. Fine. exactly what I'm looking at. So this create property, we have created it here in apartment also. We don't have this. Let us see how this works. Okay. Cool. Cool. You need to figure out these tabs.
Yeah,
How many they require.
that's a very minor issue.
Yeah, that's a very minor issue, of course. But that would be a major issue.
Yeah,
Because for the end user, that is what he sees.
right.
He doesn't see what's inside.
I understand.
Because we generally work for the end user.
Right,
Because he's the final consumer of whatever we have written.
right,
And he doesn't know what we have written inside. So finally, whatever he sees is what he thinks. If he sees some screen like that, he'll simply think, oh, what a crappy application.
yeah,
But he doesn't know how much effort you have put in
right,
building that.
right,
Not only the effort, the technology which you have used, like you have used inheritance, you have used something else, etc., etc.
yeah,
So anyway, so this worked good. Similarly, we thought of doing something, right? Yeah, this one. Okay, but anyway, he wants us that to be an abstract class, so we'll use it as an abstract class only as it is here. Otherwise, we have a public property here. It sets up all those. Okay, so yeah, you remove unnecessary events here.
okay,
This particular thing is not required. Button click close is fine. The property details for these two fine. Yeah, this we have not tested.
it's not set the same way.
House, yeah, when you click one of these, they should get enabled or disabled.
Okay,
Fine. Oh, both houses. Okay, fine. Garage capacity 3. Fine. I'll say yes. Because anyway, I'm saying an apartment. Save it. I come here. I'll say yes. Oh, by default it is yes, right? Okay, we'll make no. So 4. So that also works. No issues anywhere. Everything works perfectly. But only thing which you need to do is commenting is most important.
right,
Uh, BTN. Okay, instructions. You thought of putting something here. Okay.
I might not. It doesn't.
Actually, what happens is, if you take even Camtasia, that's your help. Where is your Camtasia? Big
This
one?
is that's the main one.
Help. Oh shit. Let's see what this one says. Yeah, this one. Okay. You can pull up this particular thing. This is actually very easy. I think you need to write some XML type of thing. Like this interface, whatever you see here, content, search, this is all pre-existing.
Right.
But all you need is content in this. You can write the content in an XML file, I think. XML some file. And attach that file using one of these tool, whatever tool available. You'll get everything. You'll get everything as it is.
Right.
What all you need is only the content. This search functionality, favorites, hide, back, print, everything is available. Only the content. You need to put the content in a certain format. That's it. If you can put the content in a certain format and place a link in your application, so whenever you click it, you'll get this.
Right.
That way you can do. But nowadays, what's happening is go online for help. Nowadays, everything is online. For example, if you take Visual Studio, you go to help. Where is it? Online privacy statement. I don't know. View help. It directly connects online.
Yeah.
Depending on the settings, how you would have set up your particular thing. This gets getting connected to online. So it's like on demand.
Right.
Whenever you require. So that is the thing. What else we have for today?
That's probably it for this.
Okay. I think I have this one, right?
You did.
Okay, let me also go through it if I get time.
Yeah. Let me save this real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, it's already saved.
Yeah.
So whenever you build it, automatically it gets saved and then builds.
What I want to do is open up a different one.
Oh, okay. And do